Hey guys, it's Dave Norona here today to talk to you about Avalanche Air Pack awareness. Now, I've been using Avalanche Air Bag Packs for over 15 years, and I've used lots of different brands, and they all work extremely well. And one of the reasons why I choose this pack personally is all the technology that it now has, how light it is, and how well it works for both snowmobiling and sled skiing or sled ski touring. So I'm going to take you through the all-new Klim Aspect 16-liter Avalanche backpack. This is also very similar, or all the things are similar to the Atlas 26. The difference is the Atlas 26 has 26 liters of space, and this has 16 liters of space. Well, let's get started. One of the things that I absolutely love about this pack is all the features that it has. Starting up top here, it has this amazing goggle pocket, which also houses a pair of sunglasses. Wait a minute, I think these are my daughter's sunglasses. And it also has a goggle wipe in there as well, but it keeps them all secure. There's a strap so the stuff doesn't move around and those lenses won't get scratched up. At the back here, it's got this great pocket where has a clip where I keep my spare key, as well as a Velcro area for pens. This is if someone does a lot of avalanche work, they can keep notepads and such right here, and it's really easy to access it. They've also done a cool thing here that they've provided a toolkit that just slides right in here. The Skidoo toolkit is super awesome, and I keep it actually in my Deep Snow Pro bag. So I use this just for other things, or some days I don't even take it. But what's nice is that there's the ability to do both. And then you'll notice right here, the two red zips, that's where your important avalanche gear is. Now, I think it's really cool what they've done with the red zips, and that's where you're going to go to if there's an emergency. And this is where I keep my shovel and my probe, and it's really cool. They've actually put some emergency information up here, so in a time of stress, you can always check this and make sure that you're doing things properly and in sequence. And then in the heart of the bag, and what I love about it as well is the clamshell, how it opens right up, is where I keep my Bofang radio right here, as well as here's the heart of the Avalanche L-Pride system. Now, this is a capacitor, so you charge it through a USB. You can also put two AA batteries into here, and those batteries don't actually set off the bag. They keep the capacitor charged, although it will be charged for, I've used it up to 2 or 3 days out there without having to charge it. If you set the bag off, you do need to power it back up, so that can happen with a USB power pack in your pack in about 25 minutes, and under the two batteries it charges the capacitor in about 40 minutes. So this is something that you can reload right out in the field, so very, very cool. Well, now we're going to put the pack on, and as you can see, it's got this very cool front zipper area that just pulls up, as well as a buckle. And what's great about this is actually provides some chest protection or trauma protection here, and it also keeps the pack very centralized, so almost like a vest feel. Of course, when we do our waist strap up, there is a crotch strap, and one of the things they've done that's great is it goes right up through the middle, so it's really easy to grab and put on like so, and we have it properly set up here. You can see I have my radio on this side, and then we have the pull trigger on this side. Now, you can run your pull trigger on the right side of the pack or the left. Now, I'll just talk a little bit about that. Most Avalanche airbags initially came out from stores with the trigger on the left side, and the reason for this is most people are right-handed, so it makes it very easy for them to grab it. And then when it was introduced in sledding, a lot of people thought, well, I don't want it on my right hand because I want to use my right hand to throttle out of an avalanche. And this is kind of a falsehood. Most people think if they're caught in a big avalanche that they're going to be able to ride it out and then at some point pull their airbag using their left hand. This is actually not true. What I tell people is if you're a dirt biker, go to the track and go through the whoops at third gear pinned and then try to take your hand off the handlebars. It's virtually your body will not allow you to do it. So the important thing when we're talking about setting off your pack is to remember that if you hear any whoomphing, if you feel something start to move or slide, set off your airbag. Do not wait to see if it's too big or what. That's why we find over 25% of victims buried with an avalanche airbag that isn't set off they didn't have the time, or they thought they didn't need it until they might have needed it and that not have been able to engage it. So that's really, really important. Set it off. If you ride out of something or you get out and it was just small, consider yourself lucky. But of course you would have set your airbag off. And probably a good time to look at the decisions you're making for the day, and probably a good time to head back to the parking lot and do a little bit more training so that you don't get caught in something like that. So one of the things that I love about this is this handle is centralized, so you can actually run it on the left side or the right. I haven't moved mine over because I find I can use it with either hand, and that's really important to me. You want to know where it is. Again, using an Avalanche airbag is really important to train with it and practice with it so that it becomes second nature. A lot of people just put them on and then they don't do all the diligent training that they're going to need it to make sure they use it in the right conditions. So if you do need to pull this bag, it's super easy. And as you can see, the Alpride inflates in about 3 seconds, and it's 150 liters, and it's very easy to, if we take the pack off now, to actually reset the airbag. Now, like I said, you cannot just reuse this right now. You actually have to charge the system, and all you need to do is go into the back part of the bag and all the way down, and basically release this orange button, and now you can get all the air out of the bag. Once you've done that and folded it back up, you can recharge this using a USB power pack in the field, and that will take about 25 minutes for this to re-power up. Or you can use the included 2 AA batteries that you've done, and that takes about 35 to 40 minutes, and then you're reset. So why that is great is it makes this pack great for multi-day trips, or if you're on a trip you don't need to exchange canisters, you don't need to replace O-rings and such like that. It's ready to go once it's charged and you head out. Again, if you do get caught, that's not the time to go poke at another hill. It's probably a better time to reassess, consider yourself lucky, head down to the parking lot and talk about the day with your friends and reassess what you did wrong and where you can head out tomorrow. Well, there you go, guys. A little bit about the Aspect 16 as well as the Atlas 26. Of course, you can check these out online at climb.com or visit your favorite snowmobile dealer. We'll see you out in the POW.